All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue Year 8 with our Arizona Coyotes. Former President's Trophy winners, former Stanley Cup winners, all right, in our season, not too bad so far, 12-8-5. We had the injury bug eat us up a little bit towards the beginning of the year. Brendan Hope missed like 10 games or something like that, and Langhammer's stats weren't the greatest. When we have Brendan Hope in the net, he's like 9-2-2 or 9-2-0-2 or something like, no, 9-2-2 I think it was, yeah. So with our main roster, I still feel like, we don't have anything to worry about. So in this video, I would like to take it up to the trade deadline and stop it there. I don't see myself making any trades until the trade deadline. I want to see what this team can do. I have made one change, though. When we checked the team stats in the last video, the penalty killing stats for our team weren't the greatest. And I could put Anze Kopitar in there, but I want Lou Morris to get some time. Zach Smith is a good penalty killer, and same thing with Pierlini. I want to give my third and fourth liners some ice time because they're not in the power play, and you got to think that the top six gets a lot of the ice time up here, right? Because so many forwards, so many point producers. But what I did was, for the penalty kill, I took off Ryan Pilon and put Oliver Ekman-Larsson in there. Because when we looked at Ryan Pilon's defensive awareness, it was only like at 81. So I don't want to put Ekman-Larsson on the first line just because he's an offensive defenseman. I want to give the ice time to Barry and Zadorov. But we're going to leave Jesse Mills back there because Jesse Mills, his defensive category is actually not that bad. All right. And I want to give this guy ice time because Ryan Pilon, he actually has some power play time. So they're both top six defensemen. Mills gets some penalty kill time. Ryan Pilon gets some power play time. So that's how I'm, dividing up the ice time for this team. So with Ekman-Larsson on the penalty kill, yeah, 3-man penalty kill as well. Penalty kill, that's the only change that I made. And goaltender, Brendan Hope is back in. Yes, he is. All right, so let's get the simulation back up and running. We have a few comments here from you guys that I'm going to read out. We'll go up to January here. Here we go. All right, so we got some comments here. First one, Johnny, keep Mills off the penalty kill. With his senses, he is probably causing 5-on-3s galore. I don't know what his discipline category was like. It's not a bad point. I guess you could say the same with Nikita Zadorov, right? The thing about this game is a lot of the defensive defensemen, it always says that they have a lot of penalty minutes, but you got to take into account the fighting majors as well with those penalty minutes. When it comes to the simulation, I don't know how many penalty minutes. You know what? Maybe there are no fighting majors or fighting penalty minutes in this game when it comes to simulation. I actually don't even know that. WHL, OHL, QMJHL. Damn, the WHL has some 4.5-star players in the second round. Hell yeah, let's figure out if those are legitimate players or not. We got 2 defensemen a few years ago with second-round picks, so let's try it out. So let's go all the way up here. So yeah, back to Zadorov and Jesse Mills. I know he's a defensive defenseman, and he may have a few penalty minutes, but again, what I said earlier, I want to give Jesse Mills the chance to get better. It looks like they've capped off at a top 6, maybe a top 4 defenseman, but he's got a few more years to still get better. And if I can turn him into an 84 or an 85 overall guy, that would be great, all right? So I still am kind of giving these guys ice time so that they can get better. Our young guns, I know we're a President's Trophy winning team. We want to get back to the Stanley Cup, right? But in previous years, when we put Matthew Barzal up on our team and you guys were saying that's not the greatest idea, well, look at it now. You know what I mean? We played Lou Morris last year. He's 81 overall now, all right? Next year, maybe he's 83, 84. So you got to play the young guns. I want them to get better. And it seems like we're winning games with those two guys. So I'm going to leave Jesse Mills on the penalty kill for right now. Zach Smith's been injured with a sore shoulder. December 26th. That's my fourth liner. You know what? I can just replace that player. Who will come in? It's going to be, you know what? That's actually perfect because McMillan would be my, you know what I can do? Stop simulation. Let me try something here. Instead of McMillan being on the penalty kill, the second line penalty kill, I'll throw Anze Kopitar in there just to see if our penalty kill can get a little bit of a boost. All right, so Anze Kopitar on the second line penalty kill instead of McMillan. All right, Kopitar. I'll go back with Zach Smith. Zach Smith is actually one of our better defensive players. When I go best lines, it says to put Zach Smith on the first line penalty kill alongside of Bo Horvat. So Zach Smith is a very good penalty killer for us. And he should be back for this Anaheim game. So I'll just simulate up to here, all right? We have another comment. You know what? I'll actually just wait on these comments. Let me get what's-his-face back in there. He's going to be right back from injury. But see what I mean? Like, with our roster, with our main roster, even with guys like Ryan Pilon and Jesse Mills, look at our record. We're still a good team. I said it in the last video, when it comes to the President's Trophy, it would be nice to win it again, right? But I just want our team to continue to get better, our young guns, make it into the playoffs, and go for that Stanley Cup run. That's all I really care about now. We got the hardware last year. Add lines manually. All right, so Zach Smith, get your ass back in there. Boom. Very nice. McMillan, I'm going to scratch you. All right, I'm going to go back to, what's his name? Zach Smith on the penalty kill. Kopitar did I just didn't trust McMillan on the penalty kill. Zach Smith. Because our penalty kill was one of the, well, it was the worst stat for us, right? So there was like 5 games there where we didn't have Zach Smith. I didn't want to chance us losing a few games there. All right, so let's continue this with the next comment. Taz Berman was put on the trade block, like so Johnny sees. If anyone doesn't know, I'm not going to stop the simulation for it, but Taz Berman was one of the goaltenders drafted by the Carolina Hurricanes. They had back-to-back years where they drafted 2 goalies in the top 10, Taz Berman and Jake Smith, I think his name was. And they've clearly gone with Jake Smith. He's younger and he's better overall. But Taz Berman, he's still only like 24 years old, 87 overall with 4.5 gold star potential. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to pick him up. If this was 2 or 3 years ago, I'd be thinking, hell yeah. But how the hell are you even going to comment that? Freaking Conn Smythe winner and Brendan Hope. I have all the hope in Hope, baby. You can't do anything to piss this guy off. I wouldn't even, like if a reporter came up to me and asked that question, hey, Taz Berman is on the trading block, says the Carolina Hurricanes. You guys interested? I'd be like, what the hell are you smoking? Freaking Brendan Hope is a Conn Smythe winning goaltender. He led us to the President's Trophy. He led us to the Stanley Cup. All right, this guy is staying on this team. End of story. There's no talk about Taz Berman. If the Colorado Avalanche wanted to trade me Chase Marchand for a second, I wouldn't do it. All right, our man is Brendan Hope. End of story. Next comment. With Yandle's stats, I would use him as a third line forward or even a forward position on the power play. That's not a bad idea because he's an offensive defenseman, and as he gets older, his defensive categories and his physical categories will go first while he maintains his passing and his shooting categories. So it wouldn't be a bad idea, but, you know, I don't need him on the third line because I really like Pierlini, Horvat, and Dylan Strome as my third liners, and I don't need him in the top 6 because we have 4 snipers and 2 playmakers, all of which are better offensively than Keith Yandle would be, right? So I'm not going to use him as a forward. I agree Yandle is getting a little bit worse, but we have to, like, he's earned the right to retire here, basically. We have to run with them, all right? We just do. We're going to have 3 top 6 defensemen. I understand that, but the players that replace Yandle are in the system, hopefully, or maybe a trade 2 or 3 years from now. But for right now, Keith Yandle, top 4 defenseman, he stays there. He's our captain, all right? We're actually starting to lose some games now. Antoine Roussel's been injured. All right, replace player. That'll be McMillan goes right there. Scouting assignment. Check out these forwards for the WHL again. That was interesting, wasn't it? Let's see, top 10. Top 2. Oh my God, Commodore, top 10. He looks like a 5-star player. Look at this guy. Bjugstad, 4.5 star in the second or the late first round. Could be something special. All right, that looks like it's about it. Yeah, all right, so did the forwards. Let's go OHL now. Yeah, let's go back to the OHL. 6 weeks. There you go. I got A+ across the board for scouting, so why not do it? Yeah, let's go up to the All-Star break here, reassess where we at. But I'm perfectly fine with that record. Again, as long as we're just in the playoffs, we're going to, I don't want to jinx us. We have started a little, yeah, actually, hang on a second. We're losing some games here. What's going on? Let me get back on top of this. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, we lost a few games in a row. All right, let's shake things up a little bit. Lost 5 games in a row. I'm not liking that. Edit lines. I'm going to penalty kill. I'm going to go to the penalty kill, and we're going to get Lou Morris. I'm going to leave Zach Smith in the first line. Pierlini I'm going to replace with Kopitar. I want Lou Morris. He's a grinder, so he belongs in the penalty kill. All right, but we're going to get Kopi in there instead. Zach Smith. No, I'll get... No, Zach Smith's got to stay on. We'll get the 4-man penalty kill. Yeah, that's fine. And then offensively, I'm not going to make any line changes right now. Let's get up to the All-Star break. We'll check out the stats, and then we'll go one more month of simulating. Let me just get up here. Antoine Roussel's only injured for 7 days, so that's fine. But look, man, this is what I mean. Like, with older players, don't be fooled with their overall numbers. You got to look at their individual stats. When players get older in this game, they lose their skating, their physical, and their defensive awareness, right? And those stats really weigh heavily when it comes to an overall. But a player can still be a 20 goal. I mean, Corey Perry looks like he's on pace for 30 goals. And he dropped to 86 overall and he's playing second line minutes. See what I mean? We've built a good team here. That's the most important thing. All right, so we're on a 5-game losing streak right now. We got to the All-Star break, which is good news. Hang on one second. I want to make sure I don't lose this. All right, so we're up here at the All-Star break. We're just past it, actually. So let's take a look at the team standings here. Take a look at the points, figure out why we're on this 5-game losing streak. It might just be, it might just be the part of the season right now. All right, 14th in the NHL. We would be much higher, actually. Look at this. Yeah, we'd be in the top 10 if we didn't go on this 5-game losing streak right now. So the 5-game losing streak is hurting us, but that's okay. Goals for per game, 3.16, so we expect that. All these other teams are coming back down to earth a little bit. We will be, well, I don't want to say will be, but we should be above 3 goals for per game at the end of the season. Goals against per game, 15th in the NHL. So it's not horrible, but it's certainly not a Stanley Cup kind of stat right there. We got to work on our goals against per game. But again, we had that stretch where Langhammer was in the net for a while, so the stat might be inflated a little bit. Power play percentage, 4th in the NHL, so that's why Keith Yandle is not needed as a forward on the power play. Our power play is fine right now. We have offense. That's not a problem with this team. We have offense. Penalty kill, 29th in the NHL, so our penalty kill is extremely bad. I wish I could dive into that and figure out why our penalty kill is so bad. Time shorthanded. Let's see this. Time shorthanded. We're 12th. We're the 12th best disciplined team in the NHL. So interesting. Our penalty kill is not doing too good. Maybe I should completely shake that up a little bit. Maybe I don't want to make a trade for a designated penalty killer. We got to let our young guns just get better in the defensive categories, then they turn into better penalty killers, like Jesse Mills. Those 2 other defensive defensemen that are coming up. Imagine Jesse Mills and those 2 guys as your penalty killers with Zadorov if they all get up to like mid-80s, you know what I mean? We have the roster players. We just need them to grow. Home record 12-8-3, away record 11-7-4, and our last 10 2-7-1. All right, so that's the problem right there. 2-7-1 in the last 10 games. So let's just call it what it is. Maybe it's just a little bad stretch that we're on right now. The break of the All-Star break came at the perfect time. We can just recharge our batteries, get back on track. All right. Let's take a look at some of these stats here. I wouldn't be opposed to making a major line change. All right, so I think I might have to go back with Kopitar on the first line, man. Barzal ain't getting it done. Anze Kopitar, 46 points in 45 games played. Tyler Toffoli, 36 points in 45 games played. Corey Perry, 35 points in 45 games played, but he's got 21 goals. All right, Nail Yakupov, 32 points in 45 games. It's fine. Barzal, 27. That's not good. He's on pace for 20 goals. But first line minutes with Lucas Petrie. Maybe I should break up Lucas Petrie. Maybe I should break up Barzal and Petrie on the first line. They were doing all right, but the main guys on the team are still Kopitar and Corey Perry offensively. They are. They're veteran players, man. They can get it done. My second line's tearing it up again. Bo Horvat, Dylan Strome, Lou Morris got 10 points this year. Pierlini, all right. Roussel, Zach Smith, McMillan, very nice. Defenseman. Keith Yandle leading our team with 33 points. Barry, 31. Oh, leading our defenseman. I said that again. Damn it. Ekman Larson, 28. Ryan Pilon, 16. Mills, 8. Zadorov, 5. Let's see, plus players. Yeah, Mills and Pilon are plus on the... So it's not our top 6. It's our middle. All right, so I gotta maybe shake things up a little bit for... I think I should get Kopitar back on the first line. Well, I want to play... interesting. I don't want to stunt their growth, though. Gotta think about that. 2.56 goals against for Brendan Hope. He's 18-5-0. See what I mean about Brendan Hope, man? Like, when we have Hope as our goaltender, we are fine. We're 18-5-3. It's Langhammer. It's 4-10-2. So we're okay. I mean, yeah, Brendan Hope's got fine stats. We're okay. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. All right, just a little bit of a bad stretch right now. Let me think about the line changes. Let me look at the lines. It's not like previous years where I could throw Barzy back down. I don't want to stunt his growth, right? He's still getting better. He's 89. He's 24 years old. I mean, no. You got to leave him on the first line. I mean, this is the time for him to get better. He's got a really hard slap shot. Man, and there's some stats on Barzal. If he gets better in them, he'll turn into a stud. Like, if his wrist shot accuracy and his slap shot accuracy get into the 90s, he'll become like a 40-goal scorer with that power. His passing category is only 86. If that could get up to 90, Petrie would get more goals. So Barzal is actually kind of looking like an offensive two-way forward. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a good Deacon category, but his hand-eye passing and puck control mid-80s. His slap shot accuracy is 80. Offense awareness is 93. Defense awareness is 85, which is good. Body checking is 83. He's a fast player. This is what, no, you got to leave him on the first line. He's 24. He's got 2 more years to get better. He's going to turn out to be good. You got to leave him there. Toffoli's doing good with Corey Perry and Kopitar. Should I get Lucas Petrie back with those 2 guys? See, I think I found the problem here. Lucas Petrie's only got a passing of 84. Nail Yakupov, he's got a passing of 90, but he's a sniper, right? So you don't really have a good passer on that line. Let me see the passing categories for Corey Perry. Yeah, nothing wrong with Corey Perry and Kopitar. Got to keep these guys together because yeah, there you go. Kopitar's the big playmaker there. See how he's got the 92 for passing? He enables Corey Perry to get goals. Tyler Toffoli, passing 87. You know what? What do you guys think? Lucas Petrie down on the second line just for a few games, just to see what could happen. I mean, he's only 22 years old. It's his, second year in the NHL. Maybe it's his sophomore slump he's going through right now, right? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take Lucas Petrie off the first line. Yeah, I'm going to go back with Yakupov, Barzal, and Toffoli, Corey Perry, Kopitar, and Petrie. But I'm going to leave him on the first line power play because I don't want him to get stunted. So he'll still have the ice time by playing on the first line power play, all right? Yeah, let me just make that change for right now. I could use a better... Toffoli's only slightly better passing, but I want to get Petrie going, and because Toffoli doesn't have too many goals on that second line, so I want Petrie to get going, and I want Matthew Barzal to have a few more assists, so we'll get Toffoli up there. All right, so we'll see what that does for us. And I can make those changes go right back before the trade deadline. That's why I made the changes. We're going to go like a month here, half a month, whatever it is, and we'll see how our team plays. So, clean slate. Let's just see how our team plays here. Overtime loss. All right. Come on now, that's 6 in a row. It's a clean slate, but that's still 6 in a row. Come on, overtime loss. There you go. All right, so 1-0-1. Very good. Brendan Hope, get us back on track. Antoine Roussel, we need you back from injury as well, man. We need to get our top players out there. McMillan, we're going to get you replaced. Roussel, very nice. McMillan, scratch you. What's our penalty kill looking like again? We got Kopitar back there. Hey, I'm going to leave Kopitar back there. We'll see what our record looks like. I don't want to have to make a trade for a penalty killer, man. I really don't. Because where would he play? We need Lou Morris to turn into that first-line penalty killer because he's a grinder with a 4.5-star potential. Damn, man, losing games. This is not good. This is not good at all. If we lose another one, I might have to do something here. There you go. It's interesting. But what I was saying before, like, you know, Bo Horvat is a great penalty killer, and he's young, so you have him for a while. No worry about that. But a guy like Lou Morris, imagine him at like 85, 86 overall with on the penalty kill. You know, that's what I'm looking for. Lou Morris has been injured with a sprained ankle. That's actually a bad one. Yeah, all right. That line's manually. So Lou Morris, I'm going to replace you with McMillan. Wingle? No, McMillan. There you go. And what I can do now, because he's off the penalty kill, go back with Pierlini. All right, hang on a second here. Pierlini. All right, so Zach Smith with, you know what? 82. Has he dropped a little bit? No, he hasn't dropped. I thought he was 83 before. So Horvat, Zach Smith, Kopitar, and Pierlini. Sure, that works for me. I think that's it. All right. Yeah, that's what we need, though. We need Lou Morris to turn out to be a first-line penalty killer, because then you got Bo Horvat and Lou Morris as your penalty killers, and that would be studly. All right. And actually, oh shit, I actually forgot. We actually have some fan art for from you guys as well. We got 2. First one, Kopi, Anze Kopitar in an Arizona Coyotes jersey. Very nice. Hey, this guy's leading our team, man. This is why I don't trade the veterans. You got to run with them. We might not even make the playoffs, so we keep losing games like this. What the hell's going on? Holy shit. And then we also have another one. What is this? In Yandel we trust. Very nice. Keith Yandel. Going negative effects on that photo. Yeah, very nice. I do trust in Yandel. That's why I'm not trading him. We got to hold on to these guys, man. These guys are our studs, for sure. All right, there's another loss to the San Jose Sharks. 26-19 and 10. I've had a few overtime losses in there. I mean, we technically are below 500 right now. I got to figure out what the hell's going on. Travis Little's been injured with a mild concussion. Estimated return is February 17th. Replace player. He's going to be right back. It's like a day or two. So I'll just replace him right now, and then I'll replace him manually. Should be back right now, Little. And that's another guy for next year, another sniper for next year. So we do have trading assets. But you got to give this team the chance to just run with it. They won you the Stanley Cup last year, man. I'm not breaking this team up. Little, there you go. You get in there. Who needs to be scratched? Curry. There you go. All right. Let's actually take a look at our AHL record with the signings that I had at the beginning of the season to make them better. And Lou Morris is available as well. Good. Lou Morris, I need him back. All right, McMillan. Lou Morris, where are you? Lou. There you go. Wiggle. Scratch you. And then, oh, I have too many dress skate. Whoa, did I dress somebody? What did I do? What did I do? I did something. Oh, I dressed Wiggle, right? Yeah, that was my fault. There you go. And then it's McMillan the one. Yeah. All right, there you go. All right, very good. And let's go back to the penalty kill now. We got to get our penalty kill sorted out. This is not good. I could change up the defenseman, but I'm not putting what's his name, Yandel in there. We need some better. We need like a guy with like 90 overall for defensive awareness. That's what we need. We're still missing that 90 overall top 2 defense and that superstar defense, and that would definitely help us out on the penalty kill. I'm trying to make it work with what we have. All right, I'm going to go with Zach Smith. I'm going to take Kopitar off that. We were winning games earlier on in the season, so let me go back to what we had. Lou Morris, there you go. All right, Horvat and Zach Smith. Sure, why not? All right, very good, yes. So offense, yeah, we're good to go. So let's keep taking it up here. Hopefully, where are we standing in the standings right now? Third in our division, 66 points. But the good news is that I don't want to say we have it locked up, but we're 14 points ahead of the San Jose Sharks. So, I mean, the wild card might be able to catch us, but if we finish third, we're in the playoffs, right? So, we're cutting it a little close here, though. I'm not liking this. What the hell's going on? We're getting the goals. It's our defense this year. So that's something that we need to look at for next year for sure. Defense, make our defense better. But I'm not trading away Keith Yandel to make our defense better this year. All right? And Jesse Mills and Ryan Pilon, I want to run with 28, 20, and 10. What the hell is going on? Come on now, Arizona. You gotta dig down deep and find what you had last year in the playoffs and bring it to every game now. None of this one and done stuff. Oh my God, one and done again. We win one, we lose one. We win one, we lose one. You guys got to get on a winning streak now, man. I'm not liking this. There's 2 in a row. Jesus, those regulation losses are really starting to pile up on us. I don't know. Maybe Petrie back on the first line might be the thing that I should do, or maybe a trade. Maybe this I should go through a trade. I'll do my due diligence. I'll go through all the trading blocks. There's another loss. All right, so we gotta figure out what the hell's going on here, because since before the All-Star break, yeah, it was like right here. Our team has just not been the same. Like 3, 4, 5 in a row, 6 in a row. All right, then we win one, then we lose one. All right, then we lose. 2. Win 1, lose 2. Jesus. Lose 3, sorry. Win 1, lose 1. Win 1, win 1. Lose 1, win 1, lose 1, lose 1, lose 1. Like, we're all over the place. We're turning into a way too streaky-ass team, all right? So we got to figure out what's wrong with this. We still have 13 points ahead of the Calgary Flames, so I do think that the playoffs are, I don't want to say a guarantee, but the wild card positions are way below us right now. So we should have enough of a gap here that we can win some games, we can make the playoffs. But what the hell is going on with our team, all right? We got to figure this out. So let's go to team standings here, and let's figure out why we are not as good as we were last year. We were a President's Trophy winning team last year. Not so much this year, all right? 16th in the NHL for points. Goals for per game, 3.05, so we've actually been scoring less goals. That's been going down a little bit. Goals against per game, 2.98, 20th in the NHL, so we score 3 goals, but we also allow 3 goals. This has not been a good year for us defensively. Power play percentage, still 4th in the NHL, which is good. Penalty kill percentage, Jesus, 30th in the NHL. So our penalty killing is absolutely atrocious. All right, that is the reason we are losing games. I don't know what to make of it. It wasn't this bad last year, and we had the same kind of players, so we need personnel change for the penalty kill, big time. Home record, 13-11-4. Away record, 16-12-6. And our last 10 games, 4-5-1. Once again, last time I checked it, like 3-7-1 or 2-7-1. Now 4-5-1. So it hasn't been looking very good for us. Stats Central, player stats for the season. Maybe we should be going with Anze Kopitar on the first line. I don't want to mess up Matthew Barzal, right? But what the hell? Like, what am I going to do here? Come on now, stats. Hurry the hell up. Come on now, stats. Hurry the hell up. There you go. All right, so forwards. Let's see this. So Anze Kopitar, he's doing what I got him to do. All right, he's a minus player with 60 points, though. Like, our defense is shitting the bed big time. Yeah, it's our defense. So Anze Kopitar, not 88 points, 60 points in 62 games played. Tyler Toffoli, 47. Nail Yakupov, 47. Corey Perry, only 45 points, but he's got 28 goals. He's the goal scorer. Kopitar is the assist man. That's how it's been since I've paired them together. Lucas Petrie, 39 points. He's got a 20-goal season, though. And Matthew Barzal, out of all of our 6 players at 89 overall, who is tied for the highest overall. He's only got 38 points. He's got the 20 goals, which is good. He's actually been scoring more goals since I made that change. He was like at 11 before. Now he's on pace for like a 25-goal season maybe. All right, but we got to figure out. It's not offensive. It's our D. It's our defensive core. Bo Horvat, Dylan Strome, Zach Smith, Pierlini, Lou Morris, Antoine Roussel, McMillan. All right, all these guys. Pierlini's a plus player. Strome and Horvat. Our third line are plus players. Our fourth line are minus, and our top six is minus. All right, so our third line is doing just fine. Defensemen, Mills and Pilon are doing just fine. Barry, Yandel, Ekman Larson, and Zadorov are all minus players. All right, so don't say anything about Mills and Pilon. They're doing just fine out there in their roles. Barry's got 39 points. Yandel's got 38. Ekman Larson's got 37. So these guys getting points. I mean, they got those are great point totals for defensemen. 62 games in, we're allowing way too many goals. And Brendan Hope's goals against average has gone up as well, 2.77. He's still got a good record though, 23-11-1. Or 23-11-6, right? I mean, that's good. Langhammer, though, 5-12-2. Maybe it's time we get a better backup. That's it. Maybe I could go out there and get a better backup for the final few games. Because he is just not getting it done. 5-12-2. 5-14, basically, because of our backup goaltender. All right, so maybe a goaltender going into the playoffs would be the best bet, boys. And maybe getting... I don't know. I don't know what we should do. It's clear that our defense and our penalty killing is just not up to the task this year. All right, I wouldn't look at our offense and think anything, but defensively, I don't know how Ekman, Larson, and Barry aren't getting it done. They look good enough together, right? Yandel's an 83 now, so he's really dropping off. That could be it. But see, like Keith Yandel still got an offensive awareness of 81. It's his physical category that's 2-star now that's really dropped off. That hurts his overall wise, but he can still get it done offensively. All right, so. I don't know, man. Maybe I should go like this or something, because Ryan Pilon, he might be a little bit better just overall-wise and defensively and physically, right? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do here. There's no way in hell Keith Yandel is going to be traded, though. This could be Keith Yandel's retirement year. I mean, he's 35 years old. He's got 3-star. He's already dropped to 83. This could be his last year in the NHL, so I want him to finish his career here. He's not going anywhere. Zadorov, maybe this guy's not good enough to be on the top 4, right? I got him for his defensive awareness. I mean, his defensive awareness is 89, shot blocking 95, stick checking 87. I don't think this guy's the problem. I mean, he's only got 6 points, and he's only a -7, right? So, penalty minutes 78. Nah, I got to keep Zadorov. Zadorov's not the problem. I think it's Yandel. Or we need a major top 2 guy in place of one of these two guys. I'm not moving these two guys, and I don't want to move these two guys. Oh, man, I'm caught between a rock and a hard place right now. A backup goalie is definitely something I'd want to go after, though. All right, so let's do our due diligence and go through each team's trading block just to see who's available, all right? I wouldn't be against making a trade right here, so I'm just going to fly through the teams. You guys can look at the players, all right? Bozak, don't need Bozak. Oshie, 82, don't need Oshie. Defensemen are really what I'm looking for. Chris Letang, 86 overall, 1 year, 7.250. Yeah, you know what? Chris Letang might not be a bad idea. He's a -25. Well, it could just be the team. 62 penalty minutes, all right? I don't know, though. All right, 86 overall. Remember, if we're going to get a player like that, who does he replace? I definitely like his trade value, though. Oh, Malkin's there, too. Damn. Malkin, 82 overall. What's his offensive categories like? Oh, damn, he really dropped off. I'm not getting Geno Malkin. No way. All right, but Chris Letang might be somebody. Philadelphia, Giroux's on the table. Voracek's on the table. 1 year left for both those guys. Andy McDonald, Simmons. So they're going through a rebuild, looks like. Islanders, New Jersey, sorry. Eric Stahl and Dubinsky. All right. Los Angeles, Tarasenko's there. Hansel. All right. Really don't need forwards. I like our forwards. We're getting enough goals. We need to be able to keep the puck out of the net. That's the thing. Or maybe it's all these snipers on the team that are not playing good defensively. Maybe I could use some two-way forwards in my top 6. Who knows? Buffalo. All right, Boston, Anaheim. So really no stud defenseman other than Chris Letang. All right, but who does he replace? To go on the second line with Zadorov. I can get a lefty and a righty in there then. And then I can put Yandel down on the line with Mills and send Pilon down. Like, we'd have 7 then, you know. Somebody would have to be moved off. And I don't think Zadorov is the one to be moved off. He's got the best defensive category out of everybody. It's somebody else on the team that's got to be moved off. There you go. Let's go through all the goalies here. Enroth. All right, so any backups that you guys may see, just point it out. All right, Jonathan Quick. No, I'm not getting Jonathan Quick. There you go. Ooh, maybe Corey Schneider. 3 years left. See, they want to trade him though. 84. I wouldn't want to take on that contract though. I wouldn't want to, just in case he doesn't retire. I wouldn't want to take on that contract. 82. Hang on. Lots 82. All right. Crawford 84. 2 years left though. Don't want that. Taz Berman. Go after and get Taz Berman as my backup goaltender. He's injured. 1 year left. I don't think I could trade for him if he's injured anyways. All right, Boston, Anaheim, and Winnipeg. All right, so there you go. We're going to end it right there. A little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but you know what? It's not as easy as the season as I thought it would be. 29, 23, and 10. So we're still in a very good spot to make the playoffs. President's Trophy's out of the deal. But the Arizona Coyotes look like they're going to be a playoff team because our division is very weak. But still, I want to get on top of this, all right? So a backup goaltender and maybe a defenseman. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.